I wanted to do a quick little video about my discovery of the turtles. First, I want to start with when I discovered, well, not when I discovered that Florida was the head of a giant turtle. I wanted to come here to start with Florida the turtle, or the United States the turtle, whatever one you want to call it. And so if we look at this turtle, the real turtle, right here on this side, right? You see how his eyes look? It's a sea turtle, right? And look at his nose, right? It's the same exact eyes on this dead turtle that we live on, right? Now, and same kind of like nose, but it looked like his mouth has been ripped out somewhere right there when you zoom in really good. But what I want to point out to y'all is, look, check this out, right? So we got Florida is 1, right? Georgia is 2. South Carolina would be, would be 3. Well, we don't count Florida as 1. Hold on. Sorry about that. I messed up. Florida is 1, but we won't count Florida as 1. We count Georgia as 1. South Carolina is 2. North Carolina is 3, right? So if we go over here in the real turtle and we look, so this right, let me see, hold on. This shell right here, that little square would be number 1, right? No, that's Florida. Sorry about that. That would be Florida. So right next to Florida would be this little square. That would be number 1. Wouldn't it be number 1? Yeah, and this little one would be number 2. See that tiny one? Okay, what I'm trying to show y'all real quick so you don't be misconfused. You see the square boxes inside the turtle shell? Those little square boxes with little lines that creates the square shapes on the turtle shell. Those little shapes, ridges and humps and stuff. Okay, that's what we're counting, right? So we're not going to count this first little square box on the turtle shell because that would be Florida, obviously. So we're going to go on the side of that and count the first little one. And if you look at the shape, it's kind of almost identical shape as the state. Well, I can't say that because I think maybe the humans drew out Georgia. But look, that would be Georgia. The little one right on the side of Georgia right there would be South Carolina. Oh, hold on. I got a better idea, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Oh, shit. Nope, I can't do it like that. This is good enough. Maybe like right here. All right, so we'll go here. This would be Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Well, North Carolina. Well, yeah, I gotta back it up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta back it up. It's not gonna. Okay. Well, you get my drift, right? You see where I'm going. So this is Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. Right where this little, dorsal fin or whatever you want. Not dorsal fin, but turtle fin thing is coming out. So look. Remember we said this would be Florida, so we don't count that one. Right on the next of Florida would be Georgia, and then South Carolina, that little one, and then North Carolina, kind of shaped as the same as it is on the turtle shell. Now, I say that to say this because when I was looking at the head of the turtle, which is Florida, and I discovered that North Carolina, right here, was the turtle missing feet. But why is it so goddamn small for a turtle the size of all of Mexico, all of the United States, and all of Canada, including all of the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, whatever you want to call it. Uh, all of that area. Why would his fucking feet be that little? You know, what kind of turtle would have extra small feet like that? When if you look at all the real sea turtles, look at how big their feet is. Some of their feet is just as big as almost their shell, their whole body. You know, their fins or feet or whatever you want to call it. These little things here. See how long they are? It's almost the size of the shell. If not, it may be the size of the shell. Because that feet right there probably could reach all the way back there. Probably. Or halfway, you feel me? So when you look at the giant dead turtle that we live on, look at how small the feet is, which means that it have been ripped off. And if you look at the location of where his feet is it fit perfect. It's right in North Carolina. There's North Carolina. You can see his little feet hanging out, and look, right here would be North Carolina. Because remember, on the side, because look, right here would be Florida, of course, straight ahead. This would be Georgia. The little one would be South Carolina. Oh, and I got this one over. I mean, this one would be North Carolina. So really, his feet will expand 3 states, which would be from North Carolina to Virginia, actually, somewhere up in there. But the turtle shell has been damaged, so why would only his feet? Well, its feet would be, if we were counting from North Carolina, which all of North Carolina, back to South Carolina, it would be somewhere from North Carolina to South Carolina. That whole area would be his feet. And that whole area probably was his feet. I probably ain't pay attention to it. Yeah, 2 states wide. Yeah, this whole area probably was his feet, starting from South Carolina, maybe all the way to the end of North Carolina. Probably was his feet. All that probably got ripped off. Something probably ate it off. And yeah, also the Bahamas. Forgot to say that the Bahamas also was a part of the Gulf of Mexico before it was the Gulf of Mexico, before that giant beast that's resting in the water right there landed from the sky and cracked the turtle shell. Which, if you look at this turtle right here on screen, you can see that this whole area. Look at this real turtle right here. You see, you could tell is really well, all of this, in my opinion, was like the fat around the turtle neck. But then we got all of this huge area missing, which would be all of this, which would be the Gulf of Mexico and all of that. And that is the Bahamas, Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad, Turks and Caicos, Cuba, all of those areas is the Gulf of Mexico, which means that whole chunk of the circle that's right here, all of that big ass chunk, that's what those is. When that beast right here fell from the sky and cracked the turtle shell, that's what happened. It created that massive crater, big old hole in the turtle shell, which created the islands of Bahamas, Jamaica, and then Turks and Caicos. What else? Trinidad, Haiti. But y'all get my drift. All of those little nations, little islands, all of them, including Bahamas, Jamaica, all of them, come from right on the turtle shell, right there. That's where they come from. They was all once a part of the United States. But that big beast that you're looking at, that's sitting down there in the dark blue, was so goddamn heavy. I mean, he smacked it, man. Boom. Hard. And cracked the turtle shell, send them both ways into pieces, send them including Cuba. Also, there is something under this turtle that's still glowing under his head. It's still glowing. It's down there, and Google Earth picks it up really good. I wonder if they can go under the turtle head from Florida. If they can get like a submarine and go under his, like under it, and see what that is that's glowing down there. It's probably I mean, hundreds of miles under the water, though. Not hundreds of miles, but maybe hundreds and thousands of feet below, just to get under the turtle head, because we live on a massive, massive turtle. I started thinking that's probably why we have earthquakes, because it probably had some eggs, that hatched inside of her that's trying to get out. Every once in a while, they bump into a corner inside the mother and create an earthquake. But then I sounded stupid, because we got earthquakes all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Now, we'll go to. Oh, and also look at this. I wanted to show y'all this picture. There's a dragon with gold. Now, according this picture here, got way more truth to it than we think. Because if that's true that Antarctica has a volcano that spits out $7,000 worth of gold every day, $7,000 worth of gold every day, and it's located where the dragon at. We know there's a dragon there, and on the right wing is Antarctica, and Antarctica has the volcanoes that spits out the gold. So this picture here has way more truth than we imagine. And that's the image of me and of the sky. Let's look at when I discovered that Russia and China and India and Vietnam and all the rest of those countries was one giant soft shell turtle. It could, maybe it's not a soft shell turtle. Maybe it could be a type of hard shell turtle. But the reason why I was thinking it was a type of soft shell turtle, and I still think it could be a soft shell turtle, just a different type of soft shell turtle, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the back of this soft shell turtle, it doesn't has a hump to go on top. You get what I'm saying? It's just smooth sailing. The whole shell is just smooth from head to toe, smooth. But it reminds us of how huge Russia is, but we don't know. Russia could have big mountains too and stuff like that. It's the biggest country in the world. But if you look right here where China is, it appears to be some kind of shell that separates itself that goes on top of the turtle. Sort of identical to this soft shell turtle. See that soft shell turtle? Now, look at the heel of his neck, right? The hump where the shell begins. It's almost like it's smooth, then it goes up, boom, on top of the shell, then it gets smooth again. So it reminds me, in other words, what I'm trying to say, the front of this turtle shell that's showing the actual shell you can see before the smooth surface, which this soft shell turtle is nothing like this soft shell turtle. They're clearly look two different species of soft shell turtle. But the reason why I say that, because look at the back of this turtle, right where India is. You can see similarities to the back of. Let me show you. The back of this soft shell turtle is identical to the front of this soft shell turtle. You see? Which I had to rotate the image to see that India was actually the booty, the butt of the soft shell turtle. So what we're looking at is India right here, and which would be the tail of the turtle. You can clearly see how the turtle shell pokes up right here? Well, in the back of this soft shell turtle is poking up. Now, this would be the turtle right, left leg. This is a turtle left leg. Left back leg. So this is the turtle right back leg, and his front leg has been ripped off a little bit, and you can see where the dark blue is, which is half of the turtle fin, which would be his fin. His, and it looks just like a turtle fin. Look, oh shit, I erased everything. But if you look at it, you can see it looks like a turtle fin. Looks just like that, and it's under the water. So we can clearly see in this image, though, definitely the turtle tail and his back right leg. It's huge, right? Then you can see the shell of the turtle, which is China. And as you go down, the head, like as we see right here in this soft shell turtle, the head and neck area is right there somewhere with this massive, massive turtle. Now, they could be petrified, or maybe that's just how strong the Heavenly Father made them. They're so big and humongous to us. We say they petrified because it feel like rock. Maybe that's what it feels like to us because that's how solid they are. Now, in this picture right here, that's what convinced me that I was right about India being the tail of something, but I just didn't know what it was until I looked at it really good. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a turtle. Because if we look, let me move this out of the way. Look, that's a dead on match. Look at that. See the back of that turtle tail? Get a good look at that turtle tail. It looks just like India. Look. But the reason why I say it's a soft shell turtle, because look at how the shell looks on top of that. It don't look like this shell on the turtle. It looks more flat, like a smooth or flat soft shell turtle. So that's why I say it's a huge soft shell turtle. Big, even though it's a soft shell turtle, it's gonna be way more tougher than anything we ever could imagine on this earth. Probably even tougher than titanium. Titanium, a lot tougher. It's more tougher than steel. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a huge, massive turtle. Now, the turtle we live on would be even tougher than that because it's a hard shell turtle. It's a hard shell sea turtle. Versus this one is a soft shell sea turtle. And if you look in this picture that I did in this photo collage, in which at that time I didn't know how to take the white line out right here, which I should have done that again, because if I took that white line out, oh my God, we'd have had a jackpot. That's what I'm thinking. So the white line kind of screwed us up. And then the photo blend is another one what I wanted to do. So now that everybody is aware of that, if you want to start doing research and studies, just take them and photo blend them and see if it matches. If it makes sense to you, post them online with your stories. Let's hear what your side of things, what you think. Ever since I discovered this, it's kind of interesting. I'm like, damn, we live on giant turtles. Who in the hell ever thought we would be living on a massive, massive turtle? And when I first discovered that Florida was the head of a giant dead turtle, I looked at Russia and I just couldn't figure out what Russia was. I'm going to tell you another thing, but oh, damn. I didn't get that picture, y'all. I should have downloaded it from my Facebook that I posted. God damn it, I did not. I was busy with I was busy with this, downloading this, and once I got this, which means that it's a piece of the turtle foot, a piece of the soft shell turtle foot. I was gonna say, and some of the, maybe we might have some soft shell turtles, some baby ones down there, y'all, that's still alive, that's still like buried in the dirt. But anyway, what I was gonna say is Africa And when I looked at Africa, I couldn't figure out what it was. It appears to be a turtle too that has been cracked or bitten in half or something. Y'all remember me saying that? But I believe Australia may be the missing piece out of the continent of Africa. I don't know. I can't really. I gotta mess around with it and do some tweaking to it, like turning it upside down, downside up. Australia might be the missing half of Africa. That's why it looks like uh, something took a bite out of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Australia looks like a weird turtle shell as well. It looks like either the head of a turtle or the butt of a turtle. And then Africa looked like it was a half of a turtle shell when you zoom in and look at it really good. So maybe Australia was the half of Africa that was bit off. I'm not sure, but I'll do some more research on that as well in later videos. Right now, I'm just all over the place. But look, I catch y'all in the next video. Y'all stay safe and peace out.